dream I know, deep up my feelings for you.
Fact about how former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's strategy to replace the acting national chairman Umar Damagu collapsed.
Alright my people, welcome back to this wonderful channel as we bring you back-to-back update as it dey hot. In case it's your first time of joining this wonderful channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, and also turn the notification bell to get notified whenever our news drops, so that now you go be the first to watch. My people no be small maths at the apple for this country. Daddy, whatever I can't give what I be saying.
It was a fresh fact about how the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's strategy to replace the acting national chairman of the People Democratic Party, Ambassador Umar Damagu, with a candidate from the North Central, collapsed. It was learned that Damagu supporters, who are predominantly loyal to the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, AS0R0K, promoted the narrative that pending litigation that frustrate the moves to replace Damagu. The Atiku team weighed in on former National Chairman Dr. Ayo, who had a pending matter against the party to withdraw it. Ayo was in court challenging his removal from office. So his action was celebrated as a victory because it was interpreted to mean the removal of legal pending for his replacement from his zone. So the palpitation was that either former Benue State Governor Gabriel Sowam, a former PDP Deputy National Secretary Emmanuel Agbo, both from Benue State, or the party's Nasarawa State governorship candidate in the 2023 election, Dr. David Ambugadu, would be nominated. But this didn't happen. So the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Honorable Debolu Bunagwa, gave the party official explanation for the decision to stay action on the issue of Damagu's replacement. He said their party emphasized the need for reconciliation and stability within the party at this time. So the issue of the National Chairman Damagu has been deferred to the next National Executive Council meeting, which was scheduled for August 15. There was finding that revealed Atiku loyalists pushing for Damagu's removal, but they ignored certain details while planning. They conveniently allowed the fifth columnists working at the behest of Atiku's arch rival, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory AS0R0K, blindside them. So a high-ranking party leader who pleaded anonymity for fear of retribution said that with all the media bliss around agitators for a candidate from the North Central, there was nothing before their governors forum, caucus, or the National Executive Committee to suggest the seriousness. So the zone ought to have informed them in writing about the desire to fill a vacancy created by RI0US. But it wasn't done. So he said that whosoever that is advising them failed to take into account provisions of Section 45(2) of their party constitution as amended in 2017. Which talks about resignation or removal of national officers. So in the case of the national chairman, they said that he shall hand over to the deputy national chairman from his own region or part of the country who shall without prejudice to Section 47(6) of the Constitution, and the person will act as national chairman pending the election of a replacement. Olubunawa said that if they can remember when Dr. Ayo was to be elected national chairman, that he was presented and taken round by the then Benue State Governor Samuel Otom, a prominent member of the Wiki-led group of 5 governors. He succeeded in selling Ayo to party stakeholders, first in his zone, then nationally. So this time, according to the party stalwart, he said that the Atiku camp made the right noises in the media, but they were unable to properly mobilize. So they also failed to take into account the tension built around the controversy list, caretaker committee member list in many states. On this call, once Damagu committed to effecting the necessary correction to the list, the governor handed him the opportunity for redemption. So it will be hard to decontenance weakest influence, because apart from the 13 governor, if taken together, there is no individual within their party today who has the capacity to dispense patronage in cash and kind like Wike for obvious reason. That is the truth. So at the caucus meeting, the pros and cons of Damagu's removal were discussed. They all agreed that he stays, but the issue should not be included on the agenda. That is why they didn't see it on the agenda of the National Executive Council meeting. As you all know, Wike worked against Atiku in the presidential election and is now ensuring that Waziri doesn't control the party. He leads in the party as it all can appear for now. But another party source from Rivers State, who was at the pre-national caucus meeting between governor and the Damagu's-led National Working Committee, revealed that the issue of the list, especially in the case of Rivers State, led to a shouting match. Not be small matter, tempers rose, voices were raised, tables were struck, but no one slapped each other. I like the fact that they didn't fight each other. The National Organizing Secretary, Captain Umar Bature, and the team that prepared the list was tongue-lashed for failing to properly consult with state governor before publishing the list. When the case of Rivers State was tabled, Governor Sim Fubara didn't mince words in rejecting the list. He found strong allies among his fellow governors, especially the chairman, Bala Mohammed, Bayelsa State Governor, Duri and Governor Sheriff of Delta State. The National Working Committee was subsequently mandated to find a political solution to concerns raised by the governor, and they immediately announced it to the public. It was obvious that Wike was aware of his camp gaining ground at the state of the struggle. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, came for the National Executive Council meeting with his full paraphernalia of office, complete with official convoy of vehicles with sirens blaring after the commencement of the meeting. But before that time, the Commissioner of Police in charge of the Federal Capital Territory, Ben Igwe, led a combined team of armed security personnel made up of police, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigeria Immigration Service, as well as the operative of the Department of State Services, to conduct off streets leading into and out of the PDP National Secretariat. So several armed personnel carriers, as well as truckload of full kitted riot police, were stationed in strategic locations around the vicinity. So the heavy security presence led to a diversion of traffic, which in turn led to traffic congestion, which stretched from the popular Sky Memorial Complex up to Beja Roundabout. My people need to see the triumphant entry of Nyesom Wike, because he already knows that his camp is gaining their grounds. That there's nothing Atiku Abubakar can do. So the plan for Atiku Abubakar to remove the national chairman, Damago, that is among the Wike-led group, prove abortive. My people don't be small about that. So guys, I would like know what to think about this issue in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation live in our comment section. Once again, thank you all so much for staying to us. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do also forget to like and subscribe and also share. Don't forget to the notification bell to get notified when else we drop our video, because I'm sure you don't want to miss out the trend and latest news happening on social media. To all our amazing subscribers, thank you so much for staying to us. To all our viewers out there, thank you so much for staying to us. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Like, comment, your next. Stay safe, guys. Bye.